Do you freeze when speaking English? It's not your grammar, it's your mouth. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're not just learning English, we're transforming the way you speak it. Because fluency doesn't live in your grammar book. It lives in your mouth, in your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your rhythm. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to train. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how to train your mouth to talk and finally feel fluent. This is Easy English Official, where we don't just teach English, we train your voice to live it. Chapter 1. The Shocking Truth. You've been told your grammar is weak, your vocabulary too small, your accent not perfect enough. But none of that is the real reason you can't speak English fluently. The truth is much simpler and far more surprising. It's your mouth that's holding you back, not your mind. Your mouth is a set of muscles, just like your legs or your arms. If you never train it, it never learns how to move the right way. You've been studying English with your eyes and your brain, but not with your lips, your tongue, your breath. That's why you understand every word, but can't say it easily. Think about it. How many times have you repeated a sentence in your head, but when you try to speak, the words disappear? It's not because you forgot them. It's because your mouth has never practiced saying them out loud. Fluency doesn't live in your memory. It lives in your motion. Native speakers aren't just speaking words. They're performing sounds. Their mouths dance through every syllable. Their tongues move fast. Their jaws relax. Their rhythm flows. You, on the other hand, are thinking while they're feeling. And that's why your voice gets stuck. The education system trained you to read, not to speak. You spent years writing essays, but never years training your mouth. You memorized words, but your lips stayed silent. You passed exams, but you never passed the real-life test of conversation. If you had learned to move your mouth like a native from day one, you'd already be fluent. Because the secret to fluency isn't intelligence. It's repetition through movement. Every sound your mouth repeats becomes easier, smoother, and more natural. That's how children learn, and that's how you will too. Your brain already knows English. What it doesn't know is how to move your muscles fast enough to match your thoughts. The connection between your mind and your mouth is weak. And like any weak muscle, it needs daily exercise to grow strong. When you train your mouth, you're not just improving pronunciation, you're unlocking confidence. You're teaching your body to express what your brain already understands. You stop hesitating and start flowing. You stop doubting and start performing. Most learners focus on grammar because grammar feels safe. It's quiet, private, written. But fluency lives in noise, in the mistakes, the laughter, the effort, the sound. You have to get loud before you get fluent. Silence is the enemy of progress. Your mouth has been asleep for years. You wake it up by speaking, stretching, mimicking, exaggerating. You move your lips like an actor, not a student. You push sounds out until they feel natural. You stop hiding behind your accent and start embracing your own voice. Every time you speak, you send a signal to your brain, I can do this. Every time you stay silent, you send the opposite signal, I can't. The body and brain listen to each other, and the one you train more becomes your truth. Fluency is not learned, it's built, one movement at a time. You build it the same way you build a song, a skill, a muscle, through rhythm and repetition. You can't think your way to fluency. You can only move your way there. Imagine yourself standing in front of a mirror, repeating phrases with energy and emotion. You're not studying anymore. You're performing. You're learning to speak like you sing, with rhythm and life. That's when English stops being a subject and becomes a skill. Your mouth learns through imitation. Every sound you copy from a native speaker is a small victory. You don't need to understand every word to train your sound. Just like music, your brain catches rhythm before meaning. That's how fluency begins, through sound, not structure. Stop worrying about mistakes. Nobody learns perfect first. Babies mispronounce everything, but they keep talking. Adults hesitate because they fear being judged. But the only real mistake is silence. You can't improve a sound you never make. The shocking truth is that English fluency has nothing to do with IQ or accent. It's a muscle memory game. The more your mouth moves in English, the less effort your brain needs to make. You begin to speak automatically, without fear, without pause. You've been waiting for confidence before speaking, but confidence doesn't come first. Speaking does. Every time you speak, even badly, you collect small victories. Those victories stack into confidence. That's how real fluency is born. There's a hidden rhythm in every language. English flows like a wave, strong, smooth, and connected. To sound fluent, you must catch that wave. You can't ride it by thinking. You ride it by feeling. And the only way to feel it is to move with it every single day. Your tongue is the smallest muscle in your body, but it can change your life. Train it to speak freely, and doors open. You express yourself better, connect deeper, and feel more alive. The world listens differently when your voice flows naturally. Fluency isn't a miracle. It's a movement. Every repetition builds the bridge between your brain and your mouth. Every day you practice, you get closer to freedom. Not just language freedom, but emotional freedom. You stop translating and start living in English. You're not too old. You're not too late. You just need to start training the right way. The same energy you use to memorize can now be used to move your mouth. In 30 days, your sound will change. In 90 days, your confidence will transform. Stop saying, "I can't." Say, "I'm training." Stop saying, "I'm shy." Say, "I'm learning." Replace fear with movement, and watch your fluency grow faster than ever. The more you speak, the more you believe. The more you believe, the more you speak. The truth is shocking, but also empowering. You've been stuck not because you're bad at English, but because you've been silent. The silence ends here. From today, you speak with purpose, emotion, and pride. You train your mouth like a champion. Your English doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be alive. Alive with sound, mistakes, rhythm, and movement. Because real fluency isn't about sounding native. It's about sounding you, confidently, clearly, and fearlessly. You already have the English you need inside you. You just have to let it out. Let your voice rise, your mouth move, your words flow. This is your time to wake your mouth and start speaking your dreams into reality. So breathe in, smile, and say it out loud. This is my voice. This is my power. From this moment on, your silence is over. You are training your mouth to speak English with strength, emotion, and freedom. This is the beginning of your real fluency journey. Chapter 2. The 5-minute daily training routine. Fluency doesn't need hours of study. It needs moments of movement. 5 minutes a day is enough to change how your mouth speaks and how your brain connects words. The secret is in consistency, not complexity. Every small session builds power inside your voice. You don't have to wait for the perfect time or the perfect mood. Just give yourself 5 minutes, even while brushing your teeth, walking, or cooking. These are not study sessions. They're training sessions. You're teaching your mouth to move naturally, not academically. Start your 5 minutes with a warm-up. Your mouth is made of muscles, and every muscle needs energy before performance. Move your lips in circles, stretch your tongue, relax your jaw, smile wide. Feel the tension melt away as your muscles wake up to English. When you smile before speaking, your sound changes instantly. Your tone becomes friendly, your energy becomes open, and your voice flows easier. The physical act of smiling activates confidence. You don't wait for confidence. You create it with your face. After your warm-up, face the mirror. Look into your own eyes and speak. This is called the mirror technique. You're not just practicing pronunciation, you're practicing belief. When you see yourself speak English, you begin to see yourself as a speaker. The mirror doesn't judge you. It reflects your courage. At first, you might feel shy or silly, but keep going. Talk to yourself like you're your own best friend. Tell yourself you're improving. Tell yourself you sound great, because you do. Next comes shadow speaking, the secret weapon of fluency. Find a short clip of a native speaker and imitate them exactly. Don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on the sound, the rhythm, the emotion. Let your mouth copy, not your brain analyze. Shadowing works because it trains your mouth to move in rhythm with real English. You stop thinking and start flowing. Your tongue learns the dance of the language. Soon you'll notice you sound smoother, more natural, and more confident without effort. After shadowing, move into the fluency loop. This is where you play with speed. Say a sentence slowly first, then at a normal pace, then fast. Feel how your mouth adjusts each time. You're building flexibility, control, and muscle memory all at once. Speed doesn't matter. Flow does. Don't rush to speak fast. Focus on being smooth, connected, and expressive. Once your sound is connected, speed will come naturally. Fast fluency grows from slow confidence. Every loop is a cycle of growth. Slow builds accuracy. Normal builds balance. Fast builds power. Together, they train your mouth to handle any situation, from calm conversation to fast native talk. You'll feel the difference in days, not months. Then comes the final step: repeat. Repetition is the mother of fluency. Every day you repeat, your body remembers. Your lips and tongue move more freely. Your confidence grows silently. You begin to sound like someone who belongs in English, not outside it. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it consistently. Even when you're tired, give yourself 5 minutes. Even when you're busy, whisper sentences while walking. Even when no one's listening, your future fluent self is. 5 minutes may sound small, but small things done daily build giants. That's how every fluent speaker was made. They didn't practice for hours, they practiced for years, 5 minutes at a time. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Remember, fluency is physical, not theoretical. You can't read your way into fluency. You have to move, speak, breathe. Your mouth must feel the language. English is sound, vibration, and rhythm, not just text on paper. When you treat English like exercise, everything changes. You no longer study English, you train it. You stretch, repeat, and sweat through mistakes. Every repetition is a rep in your speaking gym. Every sound is a step toward fluency. This is your daily gym for the mouth. No textbooks, no teachers, no fear. Just you, your voice, and 5 minutes of action. You are both the coach and the athlete. Your training starts when you open your mouth, not when you open your book. Even if you fail one day, come back the next. The body learns faster than the mind forgives. Be patient with your progress. Every word you speak imperfectly brings you closer to speaking naturally. Mistakes are proof of movement, not failure. The mirror, the shadow, the loop, the repeat. These 4 tools are your fluency foundation. They're simple, free, and available anytime. You don't need special equipment, just commitment. Your voice is your only tool, and it's already enough. Make your 5 minutes sacred. Don't treat them as practice. Treat them as transformation. When you commit daily, your accent softens, your rhythm stabilizes, your fear fades. You begin to speak with ease, not effort. As days turn into weeks, you'll notice something beautiful. You'll start speaking to yourself in English naturally. Thoughts appear in English without trying. That's not luck, that's training. You've built the bridge between thought and sound. Fluency is not a goal, it's a lifestyle. These 5 minutes are your new habit of expression. They remind you that your voice matters. They remind you that English isn't foreign, it's yours. You don't just learn it, you own it. You're not just training your mouth, you're training your identity. Every repetition says, I am becoming fluent. Every shadow says, I belong in this language. 5 minutes a day is not about practice, it's about transformation. So stand up, breathe deep, smile, and begin. Move your mouth like you mean it. Feel every sound, every vibration, every emotion. You're not practicing English, you're awakening it inside you. You are becoming fluent, one breath at a time. And when someone asks, how did you learn to speak so well? You'll smile and say, 5 minutes a day. Because that's all it takes to rewire your mouth, rebuild your confidence, and reclaim your voice. Fluency is not someday, it's today. Chapter 3. Speak like a native, the power of sound clusters. When native speakers talk, they don't stop between words. They flow like music. Their speech connects, bends, and blends until it feels like one smooth sound. To speak like them, you must stop thinking in words and start feeling in rhythm. English isn't a list. It's a song. Listen carefully, and you'll notice something amazing. What are you doing? Doesn't sound like 5 words. It melts into, what you doing? The same happens with, did you eat? Which becomes, did yeet? This isn't laziness, it's fluency. It's the art of connection. Native speakers don't break their sentences, they glide through them. The secret isn't in their vocabulary, it's in their sound clusters. These tiny connections make their English flow naturally. And the good news? You can learn it, even as a non-native speaker. Sound clusters are when one word links to the next through shared sounds. The last letter of one word touches the first sound of the next, and together they create movement. It's not about pronunciation, it's about rhythm. Once you feel the beat, you'll speak smoother instantly. Think about music. A melody isn't made of separate notes. It's made of connection between notes. English works the same way. The beauty isn't in the words, but in how they flow together. Fluency begins when you stop speaking like a robot and start speaking like a rhythm. When you separate words, your speech feels unnatural. But when you connect them, you sound alive. This is why natives seem fast. They're not speaking faster, they're speaking smoother. The difference is not speed, it's flow. You can sound fluent even at a slow pace. To master this, you must train your ear before your mouth. Listen to real conversations, not just textbook recordings. Focus on how natives connect, not just what they say. Feel how sounds disappear, blend, or stretch. This is real spoken English. For example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna, got you becomes gotcha. These aren't slang, they're natural sound reductions. Every language has them. It's how the human mouth saves energy. Fluency is efficiency in motion. Don't be afraid to imitate. Imitation isn't copying, it's transformation. When you repeat native flow, your mouth learns the physical rhythm of real English. You stop translating and start feeling. That's when you move from student to speaker. Practice by shadowing short clips from movies or podcasts. Focus on one sentence at a time. Pause, mimic, exaggerate the flow, and repeat. Let your mouth move with freedom, even if it feels strange at first. You're teaching your muscles new music. The key is rhythm, not perfection. You don't need to sound American, British, or Australian. You just need to sound connected. Accent doesn't matter, flow does. A smooth accent with emotion beats a perfect accent with fear every time. Your mouth learns through repetition, but your confidence grows through connection. When your words flow, your thoughts flow too. You stop worrying about grammar, and your emotion takes the lead. That's when English becomes your voice, not your subject. Remember, sound clusters aren't rules, they're patterns. You don't have to memorize them, you just have to notice them. The more you listen, the more your brain catches the pattern automatically. It's like learning to dance. You follow the beat until your body remembers. Try speaking this sentence out loud. I'm going to meet you at the park. Now say it again like a native. I'm gonna meet ya at the park. Feel that? It's faster, easier, and more natural. That's the rhythm you want to train every single day. The flow of English is breath-based. Don't speak with your throat, speak with your breath. Let air push through your words. Feel the pulse of your sentence like waves on a shore. Every connection rides on your breath, not your grammar. When you master sound clusters, even simple sentences feel powerful. You don't just say words, you perform them. Every phrase becomes part of a rhythm, every pause part of the emotion. Speaking becomes expression, not explanation. Most learners fear sounding different, but sounding different is the bridge to sounding fluent. You can't sound natural without sounding new. Break the habit of overpronunciation. Loosen your mouth, relax your jaw, let the sounds slide. Fluency isn't about correctness, it's about comfort. When your mouth moves freely, your voice carries confidence. People listen not because your English is perfect, but because your flow feels real. Realness beats perfection every single time. To practice, choose one short sentence each day and make it flow. Repeat it slowly, then faster, then with emotion. Record yourself, listen, and smile at your progress. Don't aim to sound native, aim to sound natural. Your goal is freedom, not imitation. Sound clusters also build emotional connection. When your English flows, people feel your energy. Your voice becomes warm, expressive, human. You're not just sharing words, you're sharing yourself. That's what makes people listen and remember you. Even professional speakers practice this daily. They warm up, listen, shadow, and repeat. Fluency is not a talent, it's a muscle habit. The best speakers aren't born fluent, they're trained to flow. And you can train the same way. Each day, take 5 minutes to focus on connection, not correction. Speak to the rhythm of a native, not the rules of a textbook. Feel the joy of sound flow. When you stop fighting the language and start dancing with it, you become unstoppable. Native flow isn't about removing your identity, it's about freeing your voice. You keep your accent, your story, your soul. But now, you add rhythm. You sound more natural without losing who you are. That's the real beauty of connected speech. This is your invitation to join the rhythm of English. Don't whisper separate words, sing connected sentences. Don't speak with fear, speak with flow. The music of your mouth is waiting to be played. All you have to do is start moving with it. Speak like a native not by being one, but by feeling like one. Speak with confidence, emotion, and rhythm. Speak with sound clusters that carry your message like melody. Because fluency isn't learned, it's lived, one connected breath at a time. Chapter 4. Train your brain and mouth. Together. Your mouth cannot speak what your brain doesn't believe. Fluency starts in your mind, not your lips. Stop doubting, stop judging, and stop waiting for permission. Confidence grows when you train thought and action together. Begin by acting your sentences. Pretend you're on stage, in a movie, or telling a story to a friend. Use your hands, your posture, your face. Feel every word. Your brain will register motion, emotion, and sound at once, linking thought to expression. Emotion drives voice more than grammar. Speak happy, angry, surprised, or excited. Let your feelings color your words. When your voice carries emotion, listeners feel it instantly. Your speech becomes alive, human, unforgettable. Movement fuels fluency. Walk while practicing, gesture, nod, smile, or frown with your sentences. Your body is an amplifier for your voice. When motion and voice align, hesitation disappears, and your words flow naturally. Stop overthinking every word. Let your brain trust your mouth. Your tongue, lips, and jaw will follow when your mind relaxes. Rehearse sentences with full presence, not perfection. Action breeds fluency, not memorization. Imagine your brain as a pilot and your mouth as the airplane. If the pilot is scared or indecisive, the flight is shaky. Calm, confident thought ensures smooth movement. Your voice travels effortlessly when the brain leads with courage. Train perception alongside speech. Picture the meaning, the emotion, the scene, or the person you're talking to. English becomes less about translation and more about association. Your brain reacts automatically. Your mouth obeys without delay. Use short, powerful sentences daily. Speak them with full emotion, gesture, and variation. Repeat them in different moods: sad, happy, confused, or excited. Each variation rewires your mind and mouth together, building instinctive fluency. Acting your words isn't pretending, it's training. Every gesture, facial expression, and posture teaches your brain that English is natural, expressive, and alive. Your mouth learns to move freely because your mind expects it. Mirror practice is key. Look at yourself and speak with emotion. Watch how your lips, jaw, and tongue move. Observe your posture and gestures. Your brain and body reinforce each other when you see yourself speaking confidently. Record yourself daily. Listen not just for pronunciation, but for energy, flow, and presence. Notice how your voice changes with emotion and motion. Self-feedback rewires the brain to trust its mouth, creating automatic fluency. Combine shadow speaking with emotion. Don't just copy the words, copy the energy, the intonation, the body language. Your brain absorbs rhythm and feeling, while your mouth adapts physically. Fluency grows as thought and motion merge. Imagine real-life situations while practicing. Job interview, meeting a friend, or giving directions. Speak with the emotion appropriate to each context. Your mouth becomes conditioned to react naturally in any scenario. Breathing connects mind and mouth. Deep, intentional breaths fuel your voice and calm your brain. Speak in phrases rather than word by word. Flow arises naturally when your body, mind, and breath are aligned. Challenge yourself with improvisation. Respond to imaginary questions out loud. Use gestures and facial expressions. Don't pause to think, react with emotion. Your brain and mouth learn to respond quickly and instinctively. Don't fear mistakes, they're proof of movement. Every mispronounced word trains your brain and muscles. The more you try, the more your brain trusts your mouth. Fear blocks fluency. Action releases it. Combine all previous techniques. Warm up your mouth, practice clusters, shadow native speech, then act with emotion. This holistic approach binds your muscles, your rhythm, and your mind together. Fluency becomes physical and mental. 5 minutes daily is enough when you focus on brain-mouth connection. Small, consistent practice builds automatic reactions. Your body and mind learn the language simultaneously, making English second nature. Imagine telling a story to a friend. Don't plan every word. Feel the emotion, move naturally, speak freely. Your brain directs your mouth delivers without hesitation. That's fluent presence in action. Your posture influences your mind. Stand tall, open your chest, relax your shoulders. Physical openness reduces mental doubt. Your mouth follows the relaxed state, producing clearer, smoother, more confident speech. Use emotion repetition. Say the same sentence happy, sad, angry, excited. Each time involve gestures, expression, and movement. Your brain associates words with feeling. Your mouth learns automatically. Fluency grows effortlessly. Shadow your favorite speakers while acting your words. Match gestures, facial expressions, and intonation. Your mind absorbs the emotional patterns while your mouth mimics the movement. Connection becomes instinctive. Link sentences together with gestures. Storytelling, conversation, or explaining a topic works best. Act out each idea while speaking. Your body reinforces memory, rhythm, and flow. Your mouth follows naturally. Challenge speed after comfort. Once you feel relaxed and expressive, speak faster without tension. Your brain predicts the next word. Your mouth anticipates the motion. Flow becomes effortless, even in rapid speech. Celebrate your progress. Every day you notice smoother words, less hesitation, more confidence. Your brain remembers action. Your mouth executes. Small wins compound into natural fluency over time. Fluency is not only about words, it's presence, energy, rhythm, motion, emotion, and courage combined. When mind and mouth work together, hesitation vanishes, confidence rises, and English becomes a living voice. Finally, commit to your daily routine. 5 minutes isn't just practice, it's transformation. Your brain and mouth are training partners. When you act, move, feel, and repeat, English stops being a subject and becomes part of you. Chapter 5. Repeat, repeat, repeat. But smartly. Repetition is not about memorizing words, it's about building your speaking muscles. Every repetition strengthens your mouth, your brain, and your confidence. The goal is movement, not perfection. Repeat to become fluent. Start slowly. Speak each sentence clearly, focusing on every sound and word. Feel how your lips, tongue, and jaw move. Small, deliberate movements train your mouth for bigger sentences later. Precision builds foundation. Next, repeat naturally. Speak at your normal pace, letting your mouth flow freely. Don't overthink pronunciation. Let the rhythm guide your words. Your brain begins linking thought to speech automatically. Fluency starts here. Then, repeat emotionally. Say the same sentence happy, sad, surprised, or excited. Add gesture, expression, and tone. Your brain connects meaning to voice, and your mouth learns to express naturally. Emotion turns repetition into life. Now repeat fast. Push your limits without tension. Speed trains your reaction time, your tongue agility, and your brain's processing. Fluency isn't slow, it's comfortable speed. Your mouth learns to respond instinctively. Finally, repeat in real-life contexts. Job interview, chatting with a friend, or ordering food. Each repetition teaches your brain and mouth to work together under real pressure. Practice outside the mirror, in action, not theory. Repetition layers are powerful. Slow repetition trains clarity. Natural repetition builds flow. Emotional repetition builds expression. Fast repetition builds instinct. Real-life repetition builds confidence. One sentence becomes 5 layers of fluency. Pick one sentence daily and run it through all 5 layers. Focus fully on each step. Don't rush. Master the sentence before moving on. Your brain and mouth learn patterns deeply. Repetition becomes skill, not chore. Record yourself. Listening back reveals progress, not mistakes. Notice how your tone, flow, and rhythm improve. Each layer strengthens memory, physical movement, and emotional connection. Self-feedback accelerates fluency growth. Combine repetition with previous techniques. Warm up your mouth. Use sound clusters. Shadow native speech. Act with emotion. Then repeat smartly. Each technique reinforces the other. Fluency becomes a holistic process. Challenge yourself gradually. Increase sentence complexity over time. Longer phrases, multiple sound clusters, varied contexts. Each repetition expands your comfort zone. Your brain and mouth adapt naturally to complexity. Repetition is not boring if done smartly. Make it playful, musical, expressive. Use rhythm, gestures, and emotion. Turn sentences into mini performances. Enjoy the process and watch fluency grow effortlessly. Even small sentences matter. I don't know. Repeated with focus, trains mouth, rhythm, and confidence. Layer repetition makes even tiny phrases powerful. Fluency is built sentence by sentence, layer by layer. Mistakes are proof of training. Every error teaches your mouth and brain how to correct and adapt. Don't fear them, welcome them. Each repetition brings improvement, not perfection. Vary your environment. Repeat while standing, walking, or recording. Different contexts challenge your brain and mouth to adapt. Real-world repetition is where fluency is tested and strengthened. Repetition builds automaticity. Eventually, your brain no longer translates, it reacts. Your mouth responds instinctively. You don't have to think, you just speak. That's the essence of fluent English. Pair repetition with reflection. After each session, notice which words flowed, which felt stuck, and why. Adjust next practice accordingly. Repetition plus awareness accelerates progress exponentially. Include emotion in every step. Without feeling, repetition becomes mechanical. With feeling, repetition becomes expressive. The brain and mouth remember emotionally charged patterns faster than neutral ones. Use short clusters and sentences repeatedly. Even one cluster like "What are you doing?" can be repeated in all 5 layers. Small units build muscle memory, reaction time, and natural flow. Consistency beats quantity. 5 minutes daily is enough if repetition is smart. Focused, layered practice beats hours of mindless repetition. Quality, not quantity, creates lasting fluency. Your time becomes an investment. not wasted effort. Repetition strengthens courage. Each attempt reduces fear of mistakes. Your mouth gains confidence to speak, and your brain trusts your ability. Hesitation fades. Speaking becomes natural and fearless. Group repetition with daily recordings. Track progress. Celebrate improvement. Notice speed, clarity, and emotion. Review before sleeping or after waking. The brain reinforces fluency during rest as well. Link repetition to real communication. Speak sentences to family, friends, or in self-talk. Real context teaches application, not theory. Your mouth, brain, and confidence align naturally through practice. Make repetition habitual. Morning, evening, or lunch break, 5 focused minutes is enough. Daily repetition rewires brain-mouth coordination. It becomes a permanent skill, not temporary effort. Imagine fluency as building a house. Each repetition is a brick. Slow, careful, layered, emotional, fast, contextual. Each brick strengthens the structure. Over time, your house stands tall and solid. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Smart repetition is your engine. With every sentence repeated in multiple layers, you grow confident, expressive, and fearless. Your voice becomes real, powerful, and yours. Say it daily. I repeat to become. I repeat to improve. I repeat to flow. Each repetition adds muscle, emotion, and confidence. Speak until it's yours. Repetition isn't practice. It's transformation. Finally, commit. 5 minutes, 1 sentence, 5 layers, every day. Watch your brain and mouth synchronize. Observe your confidence rise. Fluency isn't magic. It's smart repetition applied consistently. Chapter 6. The Final Truth. You are not bad at English. You are capable, motivated, and ready. All you need is the right method and consistent action. Stop blaming yourself and start acting today. You've watched countless videos, read many books, and learned grammar rules. But understanding without practice keeps you silent. Knowledge is useless without movement. Action turns knowledge into power. Stop waiting for permission to speak. Stop fearing mistakes or judgment. Fluency begins when you refuse to remain invisible. Every word you speak is a step toward confidence, clarity, and freedom. Your mouth has muscles that need training. Your tongue, lips, and jaw can move naturally with consistent practice. 5 minutes a day compounds into unstoppable fluency over time. Start now, not later. Consistency beats intensity. Even small daily practices reshape your mouth, your brain, and your habits. Tiny actions repeated daily create lasting skill. This is how real fluency is built. Fluency is not luck. It's not talent. It's the result of deliberate daily effort. Repetition, emotion, rhythm, and presence combine to form a confident, natural voice. You can do it starting today. Your voice is your power. Every time you speak, you declare your presence. You communicate ideas, emotions, and personality. Don't let silence take away your potential. Own your voice fully. Speak first, edit later. Stop overthinking grammar or accent. Real communication is imperfect, yet confident. Mistakes are proof of action. Every attempt rewires your brain for better speech next time. Move while you speak. Gesture, change posture, and breathe deeply. Physical engagement strengthens your brain-mouth connection. Movement builds presence, confidence, and smooth expression. Repeat consistently. Layer slow, normal, fast, emotional, and real-life repetition daily. One sentence becomes instinctive. Your mouth reacts automatically. Fluency becomes effortless and natural. Shadow native speakers daily. Listen, copy rhythm, intonation, and clusters. Your brain and mouth learn sound patterns automatically. Speaking becomes reactionary, not translated, and confidence grows. Use mirror practice. Speak to yourself with energy, emotion, and clarity. Watch your face, lips, jaw, and posture. Your brain associates presence with your voice, building natural fluency. Record yourself. Playback reveals progress and areas to improve. Notice how your voice, tone, and energy change over time. Each recording reinforces brain-mouth coordination, confidence, and courage. Fluency grows when emotion and expression lead. Speak happy, sad, excited, or surprised. Connect gestures and facial expressions. Emotion teaches your brain to trust your mouth automatically. Daily 5-minute sessions are enough. Focus, presence, and layered repetition outweigh hours of passive learning. Small, consistent effort beats irregular, long practice sessions every time. Celebrate micro-progress. Every clearer word, every smooth cluster, every sentence spoken with emotion is a victory. Confidence compounds with each tiny success. Progress motivates action. Fluency is built privately before it is seen publicly. Practice in silence, record alone, shadow unseen, repeat relentlessly. When you speak in public, confidence appears effortless because of unseen preparation. Stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone learns differently. Focus on your journey, your daily repetitions, your unique progress. Comparison kills confidence. Action builds it. Learn to feel English, not just think it. Internalize sounds, flow, clusters, and rhythm. Your brain reacts naturally. Your mouth moves instinctively. Understanding becomes speaking without hesitation. Remember, mistakes are training, not failure. Each error strengthens muscles, brain connections, and courage. Fear stops fluency. Repeated action dissolves it. Mistakes are your allies. Combine all techniques: warm-up, mirror, shadow, clusters, emotion, repetition, movement. Integrated practice accelerates learning. Your voice becomes stronger, faster, and more expressive with time. Visualization helps. Picture yourself speaking fluently, confidently, and naturally. Imagine conversations, presentations, and interactions. Your brain and mouth adapt faster when you see success. Act like an English speaker daily. Speak aloud in your room, your car, or while walking. Presence, repetition, and emotion solidify fluency. Your voice becomes automatic and powerful. Set daily goals. 1 sentence, 1 phrase, 1 sound cluster. Apply full repetition, emotion, and movement. Small goals achieved consistently create unstoppable results. Your voice is yours to claim. Speak boldly, daily, and with energy. Fluency is a choice, not a dream. You decide to move, act, and train. Your mouth obeys a confident, determined mind. Stop silence. Speak, train, repeat. Every day, 5 minutes with focus and courage. Tiny actions today build a fluent, confident, unstoppable speaker tomorrow. Finally, commit fully. Your voice, your English, your dream, your presence. Claim it. Fluency is not for someday. It begins now. Speak, move, repeat, and own your voice. You are ready. Don't just learn English, live it. Don't just listen, speak. Don't just dream, train. Because when your mouth becomes fluent, your life follows. Say it with me. I will train my mouth every day. I will speak English with power. Remember, fluency is not about perfection. It's about courage, consistency, and action. Subscribe to Easy English Official, where we don't just teach English, we train your voice to live it. Your journey starts now, and your voice is your power.